In a realm veiled in shadows, where the sun never broke through the thick, craggy walls of the mountain cave, lived a young bat named Ollix. Ollix, a 2-year-old northern long-eared bat, was a slender creature with velvety black fur and striking silver streaks that danced like stars across his wings. His large, luminous golden eyes sparkled with curiosity and fear in equal measure. In this dark, enclosed starting point, Ollix often found himself yearning for the light beyond his cave, where tales of adventure whispered among the winds. The days in the cave were long and heavy, filled with the sounds of fluttering wings and echoing whispers. As replayed bedtime stories of heroic exploits seeped into his ears, Ollix lived with an unshakable belief that he was different. The other bats would fly freely outside, skimming above the treetops, calling to one another to join in their joyous dances under the moonlight. But Ollix's heart fluttered under the weight of shyness and insecurity, often feeling too small and unworthy of greatness. One fateful night, stirred by a restless urge, Ollix clung to the edge of the cave's entrance, feeling hope wash over him as he gazed into the vast, star-specked sky. For the first time, he flapped his wings and ventured into the unknown. The dense forest sprawled out before him, illuminated by the soft glow of fireflies. The forest was a realm teeming with life. In every direction, the air shimmered with excitement, and the thrum of an unseen world pulsed revelatory sounds. As Ollix flew deeper into the heart of the wilderness, he marveled at the towering trees, their trunks thick with centuries of history. He watched the playful squirrels leap from branch to branch, their laughter ringing out like music. Here, he began to break free from his fears, and the adventure bubbled inside him. Every flap of his wings echoed the soaring spirit within him, pushing him to rise higher. Yet even as he embraced this newfound freedom, Ollix was suddenly confronted by a dark chasm that loomed ahead. With determination pounding in his chest, Ollix faced the dangerous crossing ahead. A wide, raging river with strong currents swirling menacingly. He hesitated, recalling the tales of bat elders warning of the river's merciless grip on the unsuspecting. But as he looked back, he saw the vibrant splendor of the forest, where he had begun to belong, fueling the fire of his ambition. In that moment of reckoning, Ollix realized that the love for adventure was far greater than his fear of crossing. With an indomitable spirit, he gritted his teeth and took the plunge. The water engulfed him in a ferocious whirl. It was cold and filled with an infinite tumult of bubbles, dragging him into its depths. Panic clawed at Ollix's heart, but he sensed a pull within him, an instinct that guided him through the chaos. He plunged, twisting and turning, allowing the dark currents to befriend him. Time and again, he thought he might not emerge, but with one final push, he soared above the surface, gasping for air. Breathless but alive, he found himself on the other side, a new sense of courage flooding through his veins. But challenges lay unbarred on his path. As night fell, the fierce winds whipped through the landscape, hinting at an impending storm. The trees swayed ominously, their branches having a life of their own in the chaos. The thought of returning to the safety of his cave crept into his mind, yet Ollix pressed forward. He had tasted the sweetness of adventure. Retreat felt like a betrayal to the budding spirit inside him. The storm struck with all its raw might, rain lashed against him, fills the air with a bitter chill that gnawed through his body. Ollix took shelter beneath a gnarled tree, sheltering under its thick branches as the tempest roared above. As he listened to the storm, he remembered a lesson from his childhood: true strength is often born in the midst of adversity. He emerged from his shelter, embracing the storm raging around him, pushing against the driving winds with newfound resolve. He had to rise above, not just for himself but for all the bats who looked to him as a symbol of hope. Finally, as the storm began to wane, Ollix spotted a cliff before him. It rose high above the stormy waters, an imposing yet familiar sight. He trusted his instincts and took the path upward, each flap of his wings growing more powerful as he ascended. At the pinnacle of the cliff, he burst through the fading clouds, soaring into the eye of the storm, where he was greeted by a shocking yet surreal tranquility. The sun emerged from behind a curtain of clouds like a dormant giant, breaking the veil of dust that had been draped over the world. As Ollix settled at this high, triumphant vantage point, he found himself embraced by breathtaking views stretching far beyond where he had once believed he could go. The vast landscapes unfolded in a tapestry of color. The dark cave behind him faded into the memory of uncertainty and fear. He could see the forest sparkling, the river casting glittering reflections under the shimmering sun. Ollix inhaled deeply, tasting the richness of triumph and understanding his journey was not just about escaping darkness but also about finding himself. With newfound wisdom, he realized the whispers of love and the warnings he had heard were simply the echoes of those who believed in him. He turned back, gazing at the winding paths he had traveled, every trial shaping him into the resilient bat now stood atop the world. A voice inside urged him to share his journey, so he spread his wings wide and called out, daring every bat below to pursue their own journeys. This high place wasn't for him alone. It was a beacon for all who had once feared the leap beyond their own darkness. With the setting sun illuminating his silhouette and igniting the sky in shades of orange and pink, Ollix vowed to continue inspiring others, a spirited legend born from the heart of a bat who once worried he would never obtain the wings of greatness. He was finally free, liberated by courage, and able to show the world that embracing the unknown could lead to the most magnificent flights of all.